happy Thursday. This is Robyn from mypinkstamper.com, and I'm so excited to be here with you for a quick tutorial on a simple card using Stampin' Up's Flourishing Phrases, Watermelon Wonder ink pad, basic black ink pad, some of the new watermelon, I believe it's called the mini stripes, and it's called mini stripes because there's a bunch of little mini stripes on it. It's not a mini ribbon. I'm also using a blender pen and some of our designer jewel, our rhinestone jewel basics. Okay, so I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks for you guys. If you follow my blog or you follow me on Instagram at Robyn Stamps, you probably know that I've had some things come up in the past couple of weeks. We had a family reunion last week, and then one of my dear friends passed away on Sunday morning. And so we knew we knew it was coming. We weren't sure when. So it's been kind of a rough past few weeks, but I have found that stamping and creating is my therapy. So I'm so grateful that I have a place to escape and to kind of, just relieve my stress. And that's what stamping is doing for me right now. So I was so happy to create this card for everybody. I'm actually working on my July thank you cards for my customers. Anyone who places an order, any sized order on my pink stamp at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net, you get an exclusive thank you card in the mail that I create just for you. And right now, anyone who orders will also get one of the new upcoming holiday catalogs. If this is the first time ordering from me, if you have already ordered from me in the past 6 months, you will be getting one of those next week. My husband and I and my assistant are working on shipping those all out by early next week. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you my thought process on this card. I'm working on my Flourishing Phrases. I just filmed the class video today. I do online classes. You can do them in the comfort of your own home, and I send you everything you need to do all the projects with me. But I was working on that this morning, and I just realized I love this stamp set so much that I also want to use it for my July thank you cards. Or my August, did I say July? I've already created my July. I'm working on my August ones now. But I'd realized I was using markers to color in. We're going to be coloring this image in. And I wanted to work with Watermelon Wonder. And for some reason, I don't own the Stampin' Right markers for the in colors last year. Isn't that crazy? So I will be putting them on my next order because I definitely need them. But what I thought I would show you guys is if you have a blender pen and you have any of the ink pad colors, you can make your own markers. And this works great with small little images, but if you're using a bigger image, you probably will want a marker or the aqua pens. Okay, so I have to make a lot of these thank you cards because you guys are so awesome. My customers are so incredible to me. I am so thankful for them. So I tried to think of a quick design for August so I can whip out a bunch of these in the next week or two. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is just our regular Whisper White item 10730, and I have that on the screen for you guys. And you can order, like I said, anything I'm showing you, you can order directly from mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. You don't even have to talk to me. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I am there to answer your questions. But it's really super easy to do. Okay, so I am using, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so this is the Whisper White. It is cut at 4.5 by 3.25. And we're going to go ahead and ink up this awesome image using the basic black Archival. You're going to want to use an ink pad that doesn't run, and our new basic black Archival that was released a year ago is meant for that purpose. So I'm going to stamp that on here, directly down and lift up. Perfect. And that looks great just like that. That could be a whole card right there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little hello. Normally I'll put like a thank you or much appreciation, but I just want to kind of say, hey, hello to all my customers this month. So I'm going to put the little hello down here at the bottom, on the bottom right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to take my Watermelon Wonder ink pad and one of our blender pens. These come in a pack of 3, and you can just clean them off and you can use them for multiple colors. And you do want to eventually switch them out and get new ones every once in a while. Get a new pack of 3, maybe once every couple of years. If you use them a lot, you probably want to switch them out more often than that. Okay, so we're going to take the Watermelon Wonder and we're going to squeeze it. Just squeeze it like this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then you open it up, and instead of popping it into place like you normally would, you leave it open like this. You can lay it on your table like this, and you have a little area that you're going to be using as a palette to color with. So I'm going to take one of my blender pens, and I want it to be the dark. I'm going to show you how to make different shades of the color. We're going to use it dark, so make sure it's nice and saturated with the solid color. And then I'm just going to do the outside parts. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. I'm just going to do the outside parts with the darker Watermelon Wonder. So really get your blender pen right into the color. And then I'm going to do all 3 of these flowers. Look at how easy that is. And I was so sad that I didn't have the marker. And then I'm like, oh yeah, Robyn, hello. Okay, so I did that, so I have the darker color. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to water this up a little bit, and I'm going to just pull it out and make it softer. You see how I'm doing that? And just using the softer color right here. And I'm going to have that be the center, so it's just a little bit lighter. It'll give you a nice contrast for your flower. Gives you a little bit of a different shade of the same color, the coordinating color. And do the last one, and it's kind of just like a light watermelon. It's really pretty. Okay, so that's all the coloring, and then you can run this clean on a piece of scratch paper or your hand, like I just did, because my scratch paper is on the floor. I just finished filming, like I said, my class video this morning, and I just threw everything on the floor when I'm done with it. I'm like, I don't need it anymore. All right, so now I'm going to take this piece of basic black cardstock, and it's cut at 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Yes. 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. I was showing you the wrong side. So let's go ahead and just take our adhesive. I'm using the snail adhesive. We're going to put that right on here like this. I love using black cardstock, especially when I'm using a little bit of black. It makes the colors pop more. If you notice that, they're really popped. Okay, we're going to take our mini striped ribbon, our watermelon, and I'm going to cut it, oops, I'm going to cut it like that. And I'm just going to use some regular tape, right, like this. This is just regular tape. And I'm just going to wrap this around. I'm going to cover that one leaf and just wrap it around, do my little cheater, stick it like that. And now I'm going to take some, what am I doing next? Okay, let's pull this up, put this on the side. We're going to do something in just a minute with it. This on the bottom is Whisper White cardstock, but it's the thick cardstock. So this one is item number 140272. And I get a lot of emails, what's the difference between the thick and the regular? Well, the difference is this is thicker. It's a higher weight, which means it'll hold up better when to display, or it's not as flimsy. And the Whisper White, the other regular Whisper White, is more for stamping and layering. It's a little bit thinner. So they've created this Whisper White that's thick. So you can actually, you know, score this and fold it in half and even just stamp on it by itself, and it would be sturdy enough to display. So I'm going to use our Simply Scored tool, which I love. I use this for every class. When I score all of the white cardstock, the thick, for all of my online classes, so you don't have to worry about scoring that. It takes me some time, but it's worth it. So this is the Simply Scored, and I have my little marker set at 4 1/4, and I'm just going to score it and pull it down straight toward me. Whoops. And then that makes it so when I'm folding it over, I can get the nice tight crease without any bumpy, wiggly things. You know how sometimes if you don't score it, you're going to get a lot of bumpy stuff on the end, especially with thick cardstock. Okay, now I'm going to take the Watermelon Wonder Designer Series paper. This comes from the 2015-2017, I might be saying my years wrong, I'll just correct it on the screen, In Color Designer Series paper. I love having the stacks of the Designer Series paper because I know if I have that color family, I have some fun pattern paper that I can use it with. And the polka dots and the stripes are seriously timeless. I hope they never discontinue these because I use them all the time. We use them on a lot of my classes. And they're great. They make the card just look fabulous. Okay, so we have this, and like I said earlier, this needs to be a quicker card that, you know, if you want to mass produce and make more than 2 to 4 cards, you need something that you can do that is still looks elegant and nice and straight lines, but something that you could whip out fast or whip out many of. Okay, so I just put 6 dimensional, so I put 2 on each corner, top and bottom, or 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And then these ones I kind of bring in a little bit, so it covers the middle and it covers the end. You just don't want it to droop down over time. Believe it or not, a lot of your non-crafty friends that don't make cards, they keep your homemade cards because they can't believe that somebody made them something and gave it to them. Isn't that so special? So we want to create that experience for them, and we want to give them something that will last. So look at how just nice this looks. This looks so good, just like this. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some of my Rhinestones. They come in the self-adhesive packs. And I have all these extras from the classes. We use these in a lot of my online classes as well. I have a lot of extra sheets, so I'm going to use up some of those. I'm going to take one of the sizes. I'm just going to stick it right here in the middle, and just it really blings it up. And it just makes it look like, wow, I can't believe they made this for me and added jewels, you know? That's an extra step they had to take for this card. So here is my card. And here's the one I made earlier. So this one, this is an option that you can put the hello or your thank you or whatever up at the top. So here it is. So there's my quick card for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have more cards coming up soon, or more projects, not all cards. My kids go back to school a week from Tuesday, and then life goes back to normal for this working mom because I work full-time Stampin' Up from home, and I'll be able to whip out more videos for you guys. So have a fabulous day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.